Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Miss Naomie Olindo.
Oh my God, what an introduction.
Listen, I mean, welcome behind the velvet rope, but I have to make you feel special. Really, welcome back, Naomie. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so good to be back.
I mean, is it like when you were gone, for the one season, like in New York and like the show was going on, like, did you feel, I mean, I know you had other things going on, but like, did you feel like, wow, like maybe I made the wrong choice? I really missed this group. Did you feel like you were away for a lot longer than you were?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely away for a while, but I think with COVID, like the things got delayed a little bit. So it was actually a couple years instead of just 1 year. But yeah, I mean, I was still in touch with everyone. I just wasn't filming. I did miss everyone, of course, but I wasn't away for too long.
Did you have any reservations in coming back? Sometimes you have a group, there's some drama, you walk away, you might miss it, but you're like, okay, well, and did you have your share of reservations?
Yeah, well, yes and no. So I spoke to everybody really aside from like one person. I reached out to everyone because would, you know, was still friends with everyone. And I said, how would you feel about me coming back? I'm kind of in a weird place. I'm a little bit lost and I know filming is like coming up. I think this might be good for me. Would you be supportive? And everybody was like, hell yeah, come on. So it was really nice. And I felt really safe, coming back, and very lucky that almost everybody had open arms and was just really sweet.
And the person who didn't have open arms was?
Just, a young lady named Catherine.
I mean, that's who I assume, but I hate to make assumptions. Well,
Yeah.
Craig said, like, you guys exchanged messages and he was like a huge proponent of like, I think this will be good for you. I think this will be good for the audience and just to see like our
Yeah.
stories. Like, how much did like Craig, factor into you coming back?
I mean, the whole reason that I even did the show the first time was because of Craig and with Craig. So it was really important to me that he was 100% on board with it because I didn't want him to be uncomfortable or whatever. So that was very important to me that he was like, yes, green flags, 100%, go for it.
How, now we're done, the season's coming out. How did season 8 feel different to you from the last time you were there? We have new cast members, there's a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. It was honestly a blast. We just had a lot of fun. Or at least, I mean, I think everyone else had fun for the most part. I just had a really good time. There were still some highs and lows and stuff, but all considering, it was just a really positive experience. And yeah, it was just really fun.
Well, fun is good. I mean, that's the sense I'm getting from speaking to some of your castmates. Out of, the people that were there before, like Craig and Shep and Austin and Catherine and Madison, like people you've worked with in the past, who do you feel like has changed the most since you were here
Um, I
last
think who's
time?
changed the most, and this is not in a bad way, this is actually in a really good way, is Madison. She's grown a lot, and she just seems to be really happy and has done a lot um, with the show and like just yeah. I think I would say Madison in a good way.
Are you shocked that she's engaged? I mean, like last time we saw her, she was linked to like A-Rod and Jay Cutler and all sorts of others. And here we are.
Yeah, I mean, life comes at you fast, so yeah, it was surprising, but I think it's a great thing. So.
I think it's a good thing too. Did you hear from, and we're obviously not going to dwell on this, but did you hear from like, look, and there's no judgment to anyone, like a lot of people, especially in reality TV, we see like there's infidelities, like people have had infidelities and, a lot of people stay and there's no judgment there. But for you, it's like, to me, I totally respect the fact that, you get up and you come home. Did you hear from like a lot of like women just saying like, to me, that's like a really powerful move,
Yes,
sincerely.
that was a big reason because it's not, I mean, yes, I share things on reality TV and stuff, but there is a big part of my life that's very private. And that was like whether someone had cheated on me or not, and like leaving, that whole process is a very vulnerable and like private process. And I got so many messages of encouragement from women or people saying like, you helped me, you know, walk away from a situation that was bad, or somebody that wasn't treating me correctly, or like you helped me see my worth kind of thing. And I'm like, me? What? But it was just really encouraging to keep sharing that. And I do talk about it throughout the season because I think it's important for people to see, like, you can get totally knocked down and you can be really down in the dumps in the way that I was and work your way out of it. Like, there's just good things past the tough times, you know?
Totally. And now you've had a fun season, so it's all kind of worth it.
Yeah.
How much were you like, not, I guess, trepidatious, or, you know, talk to me about the Paige factor. You know, Craig is with Paige. Like, how did that factor in? Like, were you nervous to meet Paige?
No, I mean, I was excited to meet her. I think that the Craig and Paige stuff got like blown out of proportion a little bit. I didn't realize that it was going to be such a storyline. But there's absolutely no bad blood between us whatsoever. I really like Paige. I think she and Craig are a really good match. I think they seem very happy, and I love that for him. You know, there's nothing left, no matter what anyone might think or say or infer from the show. Like, that ship has long sailed with me and Craig, and we really are just good buddies at this point. And so I wasn't nervous to meet her or anything. I was excited, and I loved meeting her. And then throughout the season, I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people try to pin the girls against each other or something when it doesn't need to be like that at all. So there were some awkward moments with me and Paige, but it just wasn't necessary. And I think she probably would agree. And yeah, I mean, I truly, like, I'm very happy for them both.
Why do you think she's such a good fit for Craig?
I don't know. I mean, I think from what I've heard Craig say, that she just really accepts him for who he is, and it seems to be mutual. So if somebody accepts you for exactly who you are at your core, what is better than that?
That is true. And that is a good point. Like, why are we always pitting like two women against each other? Like, why is that the headline, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, we see so many different relationships going on this season, and some, like, we know, are in different state than when the season starts. Like, what's up with you? Anyone slipping into your DMs these days?
Oh my God. I think if anybody slipped into my DMs, that would be like an automatic filter out. The DMs are not, not a good place. But yeah, I just keep saying, like, I'm very thankful for everything that happened, even though it sucked at the time because it put me in the situation that I'm in now, where I'm just like fully, or becoming more fully myself, and dating and just like living my life exactly how I want to, without kind of worrying about what someone else is thinking or someone else is judging me for. Kind of goes back to what I was saying. I'm happy for Craig for, like, that he's able to just be himself. I'm kind of at that point too, and it's just really nice.
So if someone wants to date, if all the eligible single men out there are listening, which there's probably one straight man listening to this podcast, but assuming that, well, I've been told there's two before. I mean, because I get the DMs that say, don't say there's one because there's two of us.